Hi, I'm Matt Kinsey, International President of Toastmasters International. And you're probably wondering, why is he wearing that hat and where is his jacket? Well, this is designed to represent something that's been very important to me for the last 27 years. For the last 27 years, I've been a volunteer with the Scouts in America. And it's helping thousands of young people learn important skills and learn, more importantly, self-confidence to become more effective members of their community as they've grown into adults. Scouting has some great lessons and some great leadership lessons that can be applied to almost any organization, including Toastmasters. And one of those is a concept called recognizing lesser degrees of failure. Now, for those of you who like to use more positive language, another way to say that is recognizing people for getting close to the goal without actually accomplishing it. And the best way to demonstrate this is with a square knot. How do you teach someone to tie a square knot? I know Scouts are known for knowing how to tie knots, but we have to learn somewhere. So when a young person joins Scouting, one of the first skills we teach them is how to tie a square knot. And a square knot is used to join two pieces of rope together. It's a very strong knot, and it's also very easy to undo. And to tie a square knot, it's very simple. You go left over right, tie it like you're tying your shoes, and then you go right over left, tie it like you're tying your shoes. And that's a square knot. And the reason you can tell it's a square knot, you can see it's very symmetrical. And if I push the two ends together, it comes apart very easily. And when we teach young people to tie this knot, we usually teach them first left over right, right over left. And quite often what we get is this. This is a granny knot. And you can see it's not as symmetrical. And when I push the two ends together, it does not easily come apart. So I have to actually come in and pull it apart. So a granny knot is close to a square knot, but it's not. And what happened was they made a mistake on the second step. They got the first step right, and then rather than using the right rope the second time, they crossed the left rope and came up with the granny knot. So there's if sort of Scouts who have that problem, we recognize, hey, you got the first step right. You're really close to a square knot. We just need to work on the second step. So what we're going to do now is we're going to teach them a different method for those who need that additional help. And we're going to tell them just do the first part and stop. And we want you then to look down at the rope. And on the rope, one end of the rope is closer to your body, and one end of the rope is further away from your body. And whichever rope is closer to your body, you're going to cross that closer to your body. And so when you tie the second half of it, you will never make a mistake. Another way you can tell that it's a square knot is the two ends of the knot are on the same side of the rope. That's another important distinction. This skill of teaching people to get closer to the goal, encouraging them and giving them the next step is something that we do all of the time in our evaluations. Hopefully, we also do it with those who are developing their leadership skills. So if you can adopt this practice of recognizing people's efforts of getting closer to the goal or a lesser degree of failure and encourage them to take the next step, I think it will serve you well. Until next time, I'm Matt Kinsey, International President of Toastmasters International.